Okay, this video goes over the decomposition method problem from the data provided. We're giving 6 weeks of data. We're just looking at Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, and we want to be able to predict week 7. The first thing you have to do is convert this to a time series. So I've got 18 data points. I've got my weeks listed and my days listed and my columns, and in my history, this is my history. I need to convert this to a time series. So one way to do it is just to type in the numbers: 149, 250, 166, 154, and this works. You could have done that. You could have done a copy paste. You take this and you copy it and you do a paste special, transpose, then do that again for the next one. Copy, paste special, transpose. So that works. And again, for 18 data points, what I'm going through, I should have just done it and it'd be done by now. But let me give you, let's see, at a larger data set. Because I've got the week and the column for each record, I can use a function called the offset function. Let me zoom in a little bit so you see what I'm writing. This is going to be my anchor, and I'm going to offset this many rows and this many columns. And I need to hard code my anchor, so put some dollar signs around it. And then when you copy that down, you get your numbers. So again, you don't need to do that, but that's just if you had a large data set, that would be a good thing. We don't have week 7, so I'm going to get rid of those. Okay, the first thing we have to do in the decomposition method is identify our seasonal indices. We start by calculating an overall average. Then I can calculate a seasonal ratio by taking these and dividing by my overall average. Have that, I can calculate a seasonal index by taking the average of all my Fridays. There's a Friday. And those are the numbers that I need. Probably showing too many decimals. That's probably enough. But so these are the most important, and I need those to repeat, so I'm just going to reference 3 rows above it and copy that down. So these are repeating. And you notice I'm going to go down into the future. So decomposition method, we have to have a seasonal index. Once we have that, we can deseasonalize. By dividing by my seasonal index. And now I've got my date and my what really happened where I've stripped out seasonality. If I look at that, it looks something. So there's a trend component even if there's not a seasonal component. So once I have that, I'm going to use trend. You could use anything. You could use exponential smoothing. You could use moving average. You could use any forecasting method that you want. But I'm going to use trend because it's easy. I'm going to calculate my slope. If I can spell. And my intercept. So now that I have that, I can come up with a forecast into the future, taking my slope multiplied by my index plus my intercept. I can project that as far out as I want. I'm only going to go the next week, but then I want to seasonalize this. So this is my final answer. It takes my forecast and then add some seasonality to it. So if I now grab my time, we'll go ahead and grab what really happened and the future forecast and put that on a scatter plot. You get something like that. Okay, that should be enough information. Thanks.